Well, good evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. So, before the month of September ends, I just wanted to discuss the abysmal performance of the market this month and what an abysmal performance it's been for the market. I was almost not going to do a video. I was almost going to just say, wake me up when September ends. But I decided I'd go ahead and do one before the month ends. So, it was pretty much in line with what most experts say is to be expected for September. It's usually a rough month for the markets, but it certainly didn't disappoint in 2022 either, and really helped to accelerate the market declines for the year 2022. So, starting with the Dow was down about, I believe, close to 9% this month. I'm looking at my phone here. Yeah, 9.26% from start to end of the month. Wow, that's incredible. So for the year now, we've lost almost 10,000 points in the Dow from the peak. So today we fell below 29,000. Last week we fell below 30,000. So over the last couple of weeks, we're losing 1,000 points a week. So we're almost at like 2008 and 2020 levels. So I mean, this is incredibly negative from a market performance standpoint. NASDAQ has been getting crushed this year. I believe we're down almost 60% from the highs in the NASDAQ. We're at 10,575 right now. Year to date, well, it's saying 33% year to date, but I'm just looking at 16,000 declining to 10,000. Seems like almost a 60% loss. For the month of September, we were, let's see, 10.26%. So another percentage loss over and above what the Dow lost in the NASDAQ. And then S&P 500. Now this one is really concerning because, like I said, the S&P 500 is the most representative of the overall market. And this fell below its key support level of 3,600, which means there could be a lot more bleeding to come. So the S&P for the year of 2022, which has been amazing, not 25.25% for the year. And for the month of September, we were down, let's see, 9.61%. Russell 2000, we don't care as much about, but we'll look at anyway. Year over year, we're down 26.75%. And it's weird because usually in prior years, when large caps kind of get crushed, small caps have a more decent year, but we're just getting crushed across the board. So the Russell 2000, 8.67%, so less bleeding in the Russell 2000. But man, a lot of people have been asking me, is it still a good time to invest at all, and what to expect for the rest of the year? I think we're going to keep dropping now that we breached that key support level in the S&P 500. Not to be a downer, but I think we're going to keep dropping. Yeah, it's not fun, but we'll see. The next big driver, I think, is going to be the midterm elections. If there are some changes there, the market may have a little bit of a bullish run towards the end of the year. Of course, the Fed, there's no end in sight for the quantitative tightening. So the Fed's going to keep raising interest rates until inflation gets under control. I mean, there's really no signs of it easing up. I mean, just from what I see, where I go, like I keep seeing prices go up all the time, even though gas prices are coming down in my area, at least. But what's happening now that the gas is coming down, the electricity and other utilities are going up. So it's kind of crazy. But looking at crude oil here on the screen, it's below $80 a barrel. So that would make you think that it should translate to more drops in price at the pump. But as of this point, we're not seeing it. So if you were to have, gone to sleep 2 years ago and been in a coma or something, and you woke up now, you probably wouldn't believe that what happens when the market keeps going up, when it's on a long bullish run, which we had a historic bull run, you kind of start to expect it to keep going up. And so, like, if you were looking back 2 years ago, you'd probably be stunned now. But What I find more stunning, because I'm in a lot of these groups, whether it's like on Reddit or Facebook, these different investing groups, like Robinhood, Stock Watch group, things like that. Um, and what I see, what's really concerning, is that a lot of the meme stocks are still getting talked about a lot. Like there's stocks that I've even done videos on, like Mullen Automotive, which I don't understand what the appeal is there. I'm sure I'll get a thumbs down just for saying that. But these stocks, like they have a cult following, like very garbage food company, tattooed chef. Um, and then there's other ones like Zomedica, Fubo TV, that were hot stocks in the beginning of 2021. Oh, and of course, let's not forget AMC, GameStop, stocks like that. But they're still getting talked about. It's like, how much money do these people have to lose, in these meme stocks? I mean, you keep getting crushed and crushed, and you keep on having this cult like, love for these stocks, and they just keep dropping. So I don't get it. I mean, the stimulus checks have ended. I mean, we're seeing the after effects of all of that. Um, and yeah, it's just not it's not fun to be an investor right now. Granted, I would always say, never stop buying. If you have money to invest, never stop. I've slowed down significantly. I've slowed down a lot of my options trading because I've just gotten slaughtered in a lot of it. I mean, I've had some wins this year, but like they're few and far between, certainly. Um, and the funny thing is, like, there's still these people out there that always reach out. Like, if you're a YouTuber, and if you promote your channel a little bit on like Facebook and other sites, you're going to get constant people reaching out to you for different grifts, different gimmicks, different salesy stuff. And what I love the most, and it's funny now because I can spot it almost immediately. There's these people that just claim that they have the magic answer. They're doing great, and all you got to do is just pay them to copy their trades and whatnot. But they're so pushy about it. It's supposedly such a great thing that works so well, but they're so pushy. And then it's like this game. They message you, then they block you, then they unblock you, and then they message you again, and then they block you right after they've messaged you so that it shows up at the top of your chat list. And then they unblock you, and it's like, and then I just get to the point now, I just have fun with it. I just do it back to them because it's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe there's this magic bullet that, oh, I can copy this person's trades. They have the, and that's the thing that everybody claims. And I don't claim that on this channel. I mean, I've done decently as an investor in the past, and I think better days are ahead. But I'm not going to sit here and claim that I have any kind of magic bullet to this. I mean, I'm a long-term investor. So, I keep on like my 401k, keep pumping into the same funds that are probably down 30% by now. I didn't reallocate to the stable fund. The interesting thing, I was having an interesting conversation today, and I was kind of answering some tough questions. And, the person asked me, like, well, this stuff. I mean, didn't you know the Fed was going to raise interest rates? I said, yeah, I did. I knew it was coming in March, but I didn't see the market dropping in January. Literally, once the year turned, we got to like, New Year's Day, 2022. By the third, the market opened, and like that, it was a different market. Like within the first 2 weeks of January, we started getting slaughtered. And so I didn't make any changes at that point because once I was down to a certain level, I'm like, well, I just see no point. I got a lot of years ahead of me, so I'm a long term investor. Like I'm not gonna balance out of anything. Well, I did change a few things like in the 401k, but I'm like I'm not gonna change anything significantly. I'm just gonna keep on. But yeah, that's the one thing I didn't see. I thought by March I was going to make some kind of a move, but I didn't expect the market to drop the way it did after that first Fed report came out in January. So yeah, just a crazy year, but hopefully, hopefully 2023 is a lot better, and hopefully within less than a year we can get back to an environment where the Fed is cutting rates. They may have to. I mean, if they completely crash the economy, they may have to start cutting rates. And as we know, once they cut rates, the market will, more than likely start coming back, which that usually happens. And you don't want to miss the boat on that. And an interesting nugget that I found, like if you invested in Amazon stock, um, they lost like 95% over the first year of existence. But then after that, after the recession in the early 2000s, uh, Amazon generated a 30% return in the 20 years after that, which is almost 300x. So that's something to be encouraged about. If you found that informative, or useful, enjoy. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Keep an eye out for my next videos. And like I said, I should have the fully edited videos out pretty soon. So I'm working on the voiceover for that. So keep an eye out for that. I'll let the topic be a surprise. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Take care.